music for Lagos.
102.3 Max FM.
All right. That's one of the songs, that is raving everywhere right now. And of course, everyone is talking about that record. But not just, talking about the song itself, but also like a lot of things that happened, with respect to that jam, the video as well. But I'm not gonna be the one to break all of that down. Lifer, we finally got Johnny Drille in the house.
Finally
right
dragged him from wherever he was, and he's right here.
You didn't drag me. I literally strolled in.
Really?
I took like a smooth walk, like a moonwalk in.
How are you though? It's good.
I'm good. It's always good to be back here, and thanks again for having me.
Man, always beautiful to have you with us every single time. I mean, every time. That you pop through.
Of course,
man. But then believe me, man, let's jump into like this conversation. And the first thing I want to ask you, I tweeted it just about 5 minutes ago.
Are you serious? What's that?
Man, so people want to know, because right now there are a whole lot factions. Who are saying this is your new love, your newfound love, Tommy.
Yes.
A lot of people are saying she's a vixen, but a larger percentage of the populace are saying Johnny Drille just found love.
It's definitely one of both. One of those is definitely yeah. I mean, you've all seen the video, so she was the girl in the video, and she totally killed it. She's an amazing person. She's such a cool person, and it was great to work with her. And all the other times we hung out even before then, it was great, man.
So you guys, been, you've known each other for how long now?
Well, she's known me for longer, than I've known her for. Wait, that would be about a month plus.
A month plus?
Yes.
How long has she known you?
Well, if we're going to judge by the tweets, of course, it would be like a while ago.
Okay. Yeah. Like a while ago, be how many years?
I don't know, actually.
A couple. Let's just say a couple.
A couple years.
A couple. Yes, a couple.
A couple or a couple years. What are you trying to say?
So, by the way, the video was amazing. I really loved the video.
They had so much chemistry.
Yes,
in the video,
but there was one thing I loved in particular, and that was the incorporation of sign language.
Oh, yes.
Whose idea was that?
It was so there's it was a team idea, actually. There's a member of the Maven team that's called Tommy Singh. She's an amazing person. So yes, shout out to her. It was it was her idea to have. I actually didn't even know about the idea until we were on set that day, and she came to me and like, hey Johnny, there's a girl on set, and then she does sign language, and just think that it would be nice to have a bit of inclusivity with the music video, and I was down for it immediately. And of course, it took me a bit of time to learn, those whole things. And but I'm glad we took our time to do it. And I'm not sure if it's ever happened a music video from Nigeria before. And I just believe that it's something that we should, maybe incorporate more into our music videos. Yes. Just have some of these people experience our art, and they can't hear the music, of course, but at least just find a way to
the wordings, can actually get to hit them, and then they feel the love, that you're trying to pass across.
Exactly, to them. And the reception's been amazing. I've been getting screenshots of people that hearing impaired people just being excited that this happened, and
wow, it's so beautiful because either you like it or not, every single person deserves that experience of love.
Absolutely,
to really get to. We hear it when we listen to the music, what you're singing about, but then it's beautiful to see that they then get to just watch you and know what it is you're saying.
They can relate
with that and feel it. It's so beautiful.
It was amazing. I was like, isn't this sign language? And I had to go back.
How many can you do now?
How many?
How many sentences can you, or words can you do now?
I know. This is yes.
Okay.
What did I do that day? I did this. That means what does that even mean again? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Then do that again. I want to learn that one.
So it's this,
like this,
then this, then
you. Like this, like this.
No,
you.
it has to be like this.
Okay.
It has to be like this. So facing each other.
Exactly.
And then you. Awesome.
See us learning.
But let's talk about the production as well. It seems like you and Jazzy are developing this, bromance. You did it before now. You've done it before now, and then together on this one as well. We can also see the unison. What's up with that though?
First of all, Jazzy is my boss. He's we all know he's one of the greatest.
An awesome human being.
Exactly. And when it comes to Afrobeats and the sound of Afrobeats, the journey, you can't mention it without mentioning Jazzy.
Word.
So first of all, I feel very privileged to be able to work with him, especially on my last 2 singles, How You My Friend, and of course this one.
Yeah.
Of course, it's the studio sessions with Jazzy I like. They're some of my quickest, fastest studio sessions. Like, of course, it's to put down the sketch of it, and then afterwards I go and record and mix and master and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But the session itself, where we write, it's pretty like, and that's it. Because Jazzy, because of how much time he spent in the industry, he knows what works, and so we're not trying too many things. We're just it's amazing. It's been an amazing working relationship with Jazzy and of course with Maven Records over the last couple of years, and definitely look forward to more Johnny Drille Jazzy collaborations.
But like probably you guys should probably make a joint EP or something like that.
We'll see about that one.
What do you think?
Tega is already having ideas.
Please tell Tega that I second the motion. Absolutely second that
Plus
motion.
me, because I can't wait.
Man. And then he mentioned Afrobeat a while ago, and like a lot of people said you actually tapped a bit more into Afrobeat on this record, right? And whose idea was that? Was it yours or was it, the Don Jazzy thing?
Interestingly, I've actually been for a bit. If you listen to my Before We Fall Asleep album, there's a couple of songs in there, especially the one with Ira. It's called In the Light. There's also a song in there called Ludo. I think there's a couple of songs in there. So it's been I didn't quite just go like Johnny Drille and then just go left, right? It wasn't a sharp turn. It was more easing into it. That's why if you listen to a couple of songs back, you see how that journey brought us here. You know how it got us here. So it's still not. I still don't think that I've made a turn per se. I've just been exploring all the other different what you call it, interpretations or different sides of Johnny Drille. So I think now we're at a phase where there's a lot more African elements. It's a lot more stripped down. The lyrics are not so what's the word? So complicated. It's easy to sing like, "How are you, my friend? How do you do, my friend?" These are literally conversations we could be having, right? And then believe me, it's pretty straightforward. And if we want to be honest, I think it's one of the things that make Afro beats. It's the simplicity. It's how simple it is that a random person on the street can sing the song. Your grandma can sing it. That kind of thing. People in Africa, they can just catch on it so quickly. Yeah.
Man, let's go play some music and we'll come back to more of these conversations that we're having. I'm pretty sure if I got like a billion plus one question that you want to ask you, but let's go enjoy some Johnny Drille music. The way you bless our soul, our souls with your beautiful music as always.
8 a.m. on the clock. This is still the Max Hits with Real Skills and Lifer, and we have the amazing, talented
JD in the
handsome
Yes, sir.
Johnny Drille.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you for that last one. I appreciate it very much.
Okay.
And just to also expatiate some of the conversations that's been going down behind the microphone. Apart from this part where Lifer is saying the very handsome Johnny Drille, there was also a particular part where she said, "You can take me anywhere you want."
Yes. I heard Tommy is no longer in. I don't know, but I hope she's not. That means he's back to
it don't mean that Johnny Drille would do that, but I heard that part. So I just wanted to say.
I feel like he's a one type of guy. So if he's not with Tommy, no.
Are you a one-woman man?
Jesus.
Yes, absolutely. What? Come on, I'm.
You don't need.
Is there no situation?
I'm a child of God.
Is there no situation where you probably be in that space where you're like, you know what, I just want to love as many people as possible, genuine love.
I genuinely love all my fans, all my female fans, all my male fans.
I don't like the way.
But romantic love is for one woman and one woman only.
Only okay. I'm of the opposite school of thought. Yes, like.
Skills.
Yeah, for real. Like, absolutely.
These are things you should not say on radio.
No, like, I say these things all the time already. I'm of the school of thought.
They'll come back and hunt you.
No, I know, right?
Lots of people
I'm not scared of the ghost coming back or anything like that, though. But, don't mind me.
But, like, Johnny, you are such a creative person.
Yeah.
I must give you that. You're an amazing artist.
Thanks.
But I want to know, like, what is your creative process like?
Someone wants to know. Those of us that already know, someone is curious. And I'm pretty sure there are some people out there as well who want to know about this.
You come up with this kind of sound. Your sound is very unique. And you decided to be a lover boy to steal our hearts. But like, what does that process take?
To be honest, there's no one. It's never one way. It can happen in different ways. Usually, the way it's worked for me, at least in recent time, is I usually get a melody first.
Okay.
And actually, this happens to a lot of artists. So when they get in the studio, maybe you already have an instrumental, or you have like a chord progression. You may not have a full instrumental, and then you just, because when you go in front of the mic, if you start singing, if you want to think about melodies, usually you think about the most expected ones, the ones you naturally just sing. And most of the time you realize some of those melodies, you've already used them in previous songs. So what happens most of the time, we just go in front of the mic and just do rubbish. And just do, and just figure out and when you do like 2 minutes, 3 minutes of just singing pure rubbish, you start to see like there's certain sections that are very interesting. Oh, nice. Yeah. And then you just take this part, and put it together, and then it starts to make sense, and maybe you now have to fine tune this and that. That's for the sound, for melodies and stuff. But for lyrics, usually I already have an idea what I want to sing about. Most times when it's from a real life experience, when it's from something I've experienced before, it comes together quickly. But when you have to kind of make it up, or when you kind of have to imagine it, you have to make up scenarios, and that takes a bit of time. But so it's a different way. Sometimes I can get inspired from just playing video games, or I hear someone's song, and then that kind of strikes something in me. It's just different ways.
I feel you though. The experience though, like for Believe Me, what was that experience like?
So this one, I have to give it to Jazzy. The original idea for Believe Me was his. I did write the only verse in the song. The song is like a long chorus, but there's just one verse in there. The idea was his. Jazzy feels very strongly about certain things, and when he does, you can tell that he's very passionate about that work or that thing. And so when he hit me up about coming over to the studio, I didn't think about it too much. Just went straight up, and he already had the chorus, just the believe me, guys, you. He had, that was the only part he had, and then we started to put it together. So there may not have been anybody in particular behind the song. We just really wanted to make a beautiful
record,
traditional
love
African love song that anybody in Africa can sing. Yeah,
man, for real. So by the way, we're live on Instagram right now at Max 1023 FM. So you're fortunate, you can always tap in right there, and and see Johnny Drille looking all fly. Yes, his chains might not go on with him. I'm just saying.
Come on, let me just be taking them off now before we finish.
Man, but then also let's tap into something that I always wanted to know when it comes to the year 2023.
Yeah.
Are we getting the Johnny Drille album this year? Like, because last year we had, the EP.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, the trend is always the EP drop.
Yeah.
And then there's an album after.
Yeah.
And some people do EP album. Some people do EP album, and then, so, but 2023 is an album year for you.
We'll see about that. We're definitely working on a lot more music. Maybe not just an album, maybe a little more than that. Maybe a collaborative album or collaborative EP. We'll see. It's still plans
they never
being developed.
They never spill, right? You know what we'll do? Like, there's this truth gas. Yes, we just play it in the studio.
And you make you tell the truth.
You say the truth and nothing but the truth. I think I need to reach out to some of my.
Being aware.
There's laughing gas, and then there's.
Are you being serious? Like, there's actual things.
There's a truth gas.
No, actually,
there's no truth.
Why did you spoil the moment?
But I think it would be a great idea to highlight some of my science gigs and be like, let's make the truth gas. Like, not just the laughing gas, but the truth. Anyways, let's go play more music. When we come back, of course, we still got Johnny Drille in the building right here. We're having crazy fun together right on the dopest midday show in the land. And yes, we're live on Instagram right now. You can catch some, other conversation. All right. Of course, we're still right there, man. And yes, it's that, Johnny Drille vibe, up in here, chill, calm, beautiful. The flow is magical as always, and right now we're still trying to ask him as many things as that possible. We know you want to know about a lot of things that's been going down with the music. But then let's move away from the music for a little bit. Let's talk about Johnny's room, right?
Johnny's room.
Yes, let's talk
live.
About that. Live. Let's talk about that, because I cannot wait for the next one, honestly.
Yeah.
And you didn't just do that in Lagos. You went to Abuja, touched down, other states. And then I saw a tweet recently where you said you cannot wait, for the next one. You can't help but wait for the next one. So what's up with that, though?
For me, Johnny's Room Live every year.
Uh-huh.
It's my most exciting time of the year because I get to meet with fans, not just like in small numbers, but like a lot of them in different cities. So I'm definitely looking forward to the ones this year. This year's will definitely happen a lot earlier than usual.
I was expecting that. When I saw that tweet, I was like,
This year's will happen a lot earlier, and then we're doing.
Week.
No, of course not in a week. Of course not in a week. And also we're hoping to do. We're hoping. I don't want to use hope. We are going to do the first Johnny's Room Live UK this year as well.
Oh, awesome! Are you serious?
Yes,
that's crazy, man.
And all the cities got
what?
All the cities got really. Yes, Lagos, Abuja. We want to take it back to Benin again, and hopefully we want to do Ibadan, maybe do Port Harcourt as well.
Nice. I'm pretty sure like a lot of people in the UK are going ecstatic right now. I don't know if you've put that news out.
No, I haven't. This is the first time I'm actually saying this anywhere.
Okay.
So you got that exclusive as well.
Got it here.
Right here. You heard it here first. Go tell all your friends in the UK that Johnny Drille is coming. All the people streaming it from out of the country. Go tell the people out there. Let them know that he's coming to the UK soon. Man, and that's a beautiful experience. I'll fly with you, don't worry.
Of course, why not? Real skills, my man.
So, like, are you planning on doing any tour anytime soon?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as it is currently, we're doing shows all over.
Okay.
A lot of times, that's a lot of people. Once they do, they're doing some shows back to back. Just call it a tour. But definitely, we've been at a couple of cities the last couple of weeks. Going to Rwanda in a bit, Uganda, and then of course Nigeria as well. And there's also the UK and Canada at some point this year. So we'll see about those.
So 2023 is the year.
It is the year, definitely.
Massive thing is going to be happening from Johnny.
Absolutely,
from Johnny.
Super excited.
Man,
Super
awesome.
excited.
Let's talk about that video as well. Like, whose idea? Was that video, the storyline in that video, was that a part of you in there? Because I know, like, you've been around the movies, you score movies a lot, you mix and master, so, being around movies for so long, is there a part of that video direction that was also you saying, oh, how about, also do this way, something like that?
Well, first of all, big shout out to Perlix, the music video director. Is amazing, is awesome. The main story itself, the original idea of the story was his idea. So what I did was I just added like small details here and there. For example, the scene of me coming through the window, and then the father coming in, and and then I have to hide under the bed, that kind of thing. That was my idea. And then there was a scene where I had a flashback where the dad remembers his relationship with his wife who has passed. That was my idea as well. So I just did like small things here and there. And then there was that whole like pull up driving a Volvo, an old car, and then the father doesn't like me. That was my idea as well. But the main story itself was Perlix. So big shout out to him.
Wow. Okay. I was just really suspecting that because of you dabbling into movies a lot.
No, I
probably would have actually just imputed here and there.
I'm very interested. I really like visual arts. I watch a lot of movies actually, and not just the storytelling, even the technical parts, how they shoot it, the lighting. Like I'm very into all that stuff. So yeah, maybe that's why.
Are we going to see Johnny Drille, the movie director, soon?
I think at some point in my journey along the line. Right now, it's still mostly the music. I definitely think at some point we'll probably get to see that.
You don't think it's something you could juggle together?
It's gonna be hard because one will suffer for the other. It's either like music is taking all my time, because even with the music then it's already a lot for me, because I'm being an artist, I'm mixing and mastering, I'm producing it every now and then. Sometimes I'm doing music direction and all that stuff. So it's actually quite a bit. So if now I have to juggle that with video directing or visuals, it's just
that got me curious.
A little
bit about some of the things that you probably wanted to do.
Yeah,
like in life generally that you had to put aside, because of music. What are some of those things? Share with us. I'm pretty sure you probably never shared that with anybody before.
I think, to be honest, most of it was music. The visual part of it, I've really only developed like in the last 3 years. But I think the one thing that I used to do a lot more that I
couldn't do again because of music.
Exactly, it's the music production part of music. Because I used to be able to produce a lot. This is even sometimes difficult for me to produce for myself. I'm struggling to say.
Okay. But if you weren't into music at all, what else do you think? What other field do you think you could have found yourself?
Interesting. I think that if I wasn't into music, probably like a teacher or something.
But you just said.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
but then you
because
hated that, like
I'm just saying because
years back.
A whole year.
My dad was a teacher, right?
Okay.
And I I studied English and literature, but the reason why I studied that was because I wanted to do music. So just from thinking about what I studied and what I could have been
Okay,
from
what
then.
school, please?
University of Benin. How did you know that? How did you know that? How did you sense that? Nice.
Anyway, believe me, with a different kind of sound. We had a little bit of Afrobeat, a little bit of alternative music. So are we going to be getting more Afrobeat from you?
You definitely get more awesome Johnny Drille music.
Because believe me, was like you said, it was simple, it was simplicity, and it was good. And a lot of people love that type of music. They can connect to that type of music. So are we going to be getting more?
So I think there's it's gonna have to be a good balance that we have to figure out where I'm not saying that everybody. Big shout out to everyone that loves Believe Me and that have loved How Are You My Friend. But if I give you another 5 Believe Me's, by the 4th one you'd be like, oh, come on. It's just finding that good balance.
You are, like I told you, you are a very, very good artist. Definitely, we're not going to be getting Believe Me 1, 2, 3, 4 times. You're going to definitely spice it up.
Of course.
Mix it a little bit. Give us some different kinds of, like you said, you are in your era of trying different things.
Absolutely.
And we have so much more from Johnny Drille to get.
Absolutely.
So we want to suck you dry.
Absolutely. Don't worry. There's more where that came from. We're cooking up some more.
Super excited to
they
hear
want
that.
to suck you dry. I don't want to suck you.
Skills, that's not what I meant.
So like
Skills with his.
So I say the
mind.
damnedest things,
I
and
know.
then I tell myself sometimes, what's wrong with you, really?
I know.
Like, don't mind.
You don't say that.
But you want the ladies want to suck Johnny Drille dry, like
In a good way.
In a good way,
Yes.
Is this so censored or something?
No, like
you have to be like.
No.
No, like you understand what we're talking about. Even they understand.
We
what
don't
we're talking-
understand.
Nobody understands. Only Skills understands what he's talking about.
No.
Oh my God, we gotta say big ups to you for coming through today.
Thank you so
man.
much for having me.
It's
Appreciate
always
it.
cool, beautiful, fun every time you're here, man. And the energy is always beautiful. And yes, I'm looking forward to the next time you go and pop through again.
Absolutely.
You know
Looking
what I
forward
mean?
to that as well.
Plus, say bye bye to that chain.
Bye bye to.
That chain.
I'm about to take it off and give to my brother to go and drive away.
No, like I'm not scared of him. So your brother is always gentle, basically. But then you told me the only time he's really like that crazy is when he's on stage in church singing. So I'm pretty sure he will be gentle
I've
today.
seen him be crazy at other times.
Okay, all right.
Well, like in church, is a
Like
different.
the last
type
time he
of
got
mood.
crazy was when someone tried to steal my chain as well.
Oh,
Yeah?
man.
Skills.
Man,
Get ready.
So like I'm gonna let go officially of the chain at this point because I still want to be here. I don't want my face bashed, my lips merged together, and I won't be able to come
All
and
the
say,
Reels
this
Nation
is the
ladies won't
magic
look at
king,
you
the realest,
anymore.
illest, and then it will sound like this is the magic king, the realest, illest, and the face. Man, what do you want to say to your fans out there, man, Johnny?
Big shout out to everyone that's listening to Believe Me, that's loving the song. I appreciate you guys. Go check out the music video. It just dropped. It just hit 1 million views today in
Stop
under
playing.
a
Oh,
week.
wow.
Beautiful.
So big shout out to you guys for watching, and keep listening, keep sharing. God bless you, JD.
Man, that's it right there, man. Of course, hey, guys, go watch the video. It's such a beautiful, beautiful video. You're gonna love it.
And we can't say that Tommy is not in the picture. Yes.
This one is
Well, like in the picture, like in the music video.
In real life.
like in the real life. We're talking real life stuff right now.
Well, yeah, you're ending the show now. End the show now.
yes, like you are ending the show.
Ladies, get ready. She's not in the picture.
We gotta go, man. Stay close to your radio set. We're held with
Hit music for Lagos. 102.3 Max FM.